This question is a very old question that was asked years ago, but stuck with me for a long time, which is why isn't my cycle time consistent? It appears to fluctuate. And this actually, I came across this because of a LinkedIn post that was talking about a certain function causing a failure in a PLC on Watchdog, or the cycle time exceeding its maximum. And it's actually quite simple. It's scan time fluctuates because your PLC doesn't do the same thing every single scan, and it's quite easy to demonstrate. So here we have just a single main OB1 routine, and we have two data blocks. One, which is an array value of 0 to 10,445, which is the maximum value a array can be, and a very simple one, which is a single value of just int. And these are being used here. So right now, our enable is switched off. I just brought up the monitor, which if you ever see that happen where you can't see the monitor window for a structured text element inside a network, right-clicking will reveal it. It's a quirk of Tier Portal. But we can see that enable is set to false right now. I'll make that a little bit bigger. Enable is set to false, but here we are running the previous cycle. So however long the PLC took to execute on its last cycle comes into this value here, and that's moved into our single value DB value 1. So we can see already that sometimes it takes 0 milliseconds and sometimes it takes 1 millisecond, and it just flashed 2 then as well, and monitoring will affect this as well. But it's already not static. But if I enable this feature, or this function rather here, we start seeing much different cycle times. And that's because every time this clock pulses here, and our enable is true, we are moving quite a bit of information across these elements here. And that takes time to do. So basically what's happening is you get a fluctuating scan time or cycle time because of what your logic is doing. So it's nothing that the PLC does or anything that you've necessarily done wrong. It's down to what your program is actually doing. So one of the key things that you can do is move big difficult code like this, which is moving a lot of information around into different OBs, prioritize them differently or handle them differently. Don't do such big move commands and things like that cyclically, like event drive them or something like that. But ultimately, it's down to how you've written your logic.